A new explanation for the principle of inflation from the beginning of the Big Bang up to the particle distribution, uniformity, and relative equilibrium in space as the mother of the formation of celestial objects. For a better understanding of the Big Bang phenomenon that caused the scattering of the first particles of the universe, take a look at the following experiments that could explain the structure and formation of the universe after the Big Bang. Imagine that we fill a sphere with special materials that cause the explosion and place it on a surface. Due to the explosion, particles scatter around it. If we look at the exploded sphere from above, we will see a circular surface where particles are uniformly scattered. On this surface, various particles with different sizes and masses are seen, from tiny to big. Now, we repeat the experiment and do that in free space. Due to the fact that there is no opposing force in free space and the forces caused by the explosion enter the surface uniformly, the particles of this sphere are scattered in all directions. We will have a large sphere that is much larger than the first sphere and contains tiny to large particles. According to these two experiments, after the beginning of the Big Bang phenomenon, the initial sphere of the universe turns into a sphere much larger than the initial sphere, which could contain particles from the density of 10 to the power of 40 to approximately 0. Therefore, the density of the initial sphere of the Big Bang has been transformed into a space similar to the current interstellar space, with a total density of 10 to the power of negative 19. Notice: 1. The hyperhuge mother nebulous sphere or unimom is a sphere that was created by the Big Bang explosion, and within it, particles with the smallest to the largest density were created uniformly. 2. This unimom is still rotating with an angular velocity as it continues to expand linearly. Three. All possible particles and objects exist in this unimom. It means electrons, protons, neutrons, as well as elements such as hydrogen and more heavy elements, pseudo-thorium, with a density of 10 to the power of 40, etc., could be found in this space. Previous theories believed that the production of elements happens in stars, and these elements are obtained from the explosion of stars. However, the phenomenon of the Big Bang itself is an extremely huge explosion. Therefore, it can be considered a mother star with a density of 10 to the power of 40 that has the ability to create any element or component. In fact, it can be said that the Big Bang is the hypersun of black holes, and black holes are the hypersun of the stars. Based on the above, it can be said that more than 50% of all elements and fundamental particles and everything we can think of were formed in this hyperhuge modern nebulous sphere, Unimum.